Hey guys, welcome back. Trying not to yell. Figured out the mystery of the fairy. You saw the altar last night, the setup, right? And I was like, finally, we'll have him in, and he'll be all, um, settled in, and there were offerings so that he'd be settled in and everything, and was been having strange dreams concerning him, and it was showing me last night, and I'm such an idiot. He's showing me last night. He's like, I'm connected with wheat fields and storms. He's fond of horses, and he was showing me very strongly the silver bread tray. That's actually for baking bread in, but I've never tried it. It's not silver, it's pewter. Showing me that with bread. He's getting abundance and harvest. And I believe him when he tends to say he has these associations. I mean, I knew about the storms, and I've heard in his legends about the wheat field. Well, what no fairy. And I looked up Iron Gates with him this morning, and darn if there isn't a Sons of Odin Iron Forge place in Pittsburgh. And that came up right front and center because like all this Odin stuff was coming up today, and I'm like, what the? Odin tricked me good. And I even asked him, I'm like, why would you trick me? You didn't have to. You're already here. And he looks at me, point blank, and he says, would you have given me the things you gave me if you knew it was me? I'm like, no. He goes, well, there you go. I'm like, why? Why? But that was it. He wouldn't have gotten the things he wanted if I knew it was him. I would have like felt funny. And by the way, he doesn't have to appear like I always think of him as the Wanderer. He did not look like a one-eyed old man in a floppy hat and everything else. He looked quite fine. Um, it's been said of the gods that they can hide anything marking them quite well. And he had having one eye quite well. He looked dressed all in black with black hair and everything. Because at first I thought it was Loki having a go at me. I really did. I was having a really hard time. I'm like, for a supposed fairy, he's not behaving very much like a fairy. He's temperamental. He's grouchy. He destroys iron gates. He wants what he wants when he wants it. And when I'd be reading the fairy book, he'd be standing behind me making snorty, snarky comments, and he'd be like, if I'd be out in the garden, are you looking for fairies? I'm like, this guy's actually a jerk to fairies. And that could probably be why. Odin's very forthright. If he thinks something's stuff and nonsense, and I've got to admit, it's like the fairy book I was reading is like one of the worst fairy books on earth. The researcher was either ingenious or lazy, I can't figure out which, and just threw down absolutely everything they found and left it to you to sort out what you believe. So it could be the perfect book for the atheist who hates fairies and the perfect book for the fairy believer, because both of them will find evidence in it that they're right and everybody else is wrong and stupid. And I'm still not sure why he did it. It's just like when you're working with Odin, it's really easy to forget exactly how cunning he is. Like we talk about in the past tense, like, well, he did all that cunning stuff, he did all that smart stuff a long time ago. Now he's just this whatever we see him as. And I don't work too much with like the warrior aspect, though I work with the deaf aspect. And he was even telling me yesterday, like, the crows were his. I'm like, whatever. It should have been the tipping point, because then today I looked up something and somebody was saying he was using crows with them, and I'm like, so I don't know if the crows are Loki's thing or Odin's thing or perhaps both. What should have really, really tipped me off is that Loki was totally okay with this supposed very coming in and sharing all of his territory, absolutely all of it. He's like, oh, he can be on my altars. What? Yeah, he can be on my altars and he can have my stuff. It's not a problem. That should have told me something. That really should have told me something. But I being the trusting fool that I am, I'm like, okay, let's do this thing. And yeah. But Odin's very happy. He got some random things I would never given to Odin because I'm like, why would Odin even want these things? But Odin got them, and he got feasted, and he got welcomed, and he was not welcomed at all the way he would have been if I would have known it was him. Besides, he's already welcome in this house. He already has an altar, and he has stuff. It's not like I was like not working with Odin, but he clearly felt he wasn't getting Odin's share of Odin's attention, so he took another form, and he came in. And the thing was, Odin as himself would be like, oh, look, you got somebody new in the house. How very interesting. So they both played me, and they both played me good. Loki fed right into it. They all did. They were all like, oh, look, you got somebody new. How very interesting. So yeah, I got blindsided by the old man. He got me good. I still don't know why he did it. I think he likes to have a go at us sometimes. He gets so bored. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna shift form and I'm gonna have fun with you and I'm gonna get something I want out of you, even if it makes no nonsense, because I'm gonna show you how cunning and clever I am. Yeah, that's what life with Odin around is like. But you know, he's given me a lot of blessings, and I love working with him, and he's very dear to me. I work with him more as the Wanderer, and Lord of the Dead, like his horse is said to be the gallows, and he always used to come around Christmas and such, obviously, and because, you know, that was when he did the Wild Hunt, and he would gather up the lost souls of the dead. It was a good thing. Some people say he judged people at the same time. I don't know. I don't. I try not to pry too much into, like, what did you do in the past, because sometimes Odin will just give you that look. If you work with him, you know that look, like, you don't need to go there look. So, yeah. But, it makes sense now, his connection with storms and crows and him seeing the wheat fields. And I've seen him connected in, like, legends to wheat fields before, even though they're like subscribed to other gods. A lot of times the gods like have overlap. Being connected to bread in the hearth, that's got to be an aspect in there somewhere. I mean, Odin's so complex, and basically seeing that like everywhere Loki could be, he could be, which is true. And he got a lot more territory out of it, I'll tell you that much. Because I gave him a promise, and you can't go backsies on promises to the Allfather just because you found out he tricked you. And I think maybe that's what it was for. He was like, I need more territory. That's what I need. And it was just interesting because he taught me things, and he was showing me things in dreams, and I think it's maybe another teacher aspect of him, maybe. And it's not like a form that now he's going to put off, now that I know that it's him. It's just, you know, another form he can put on. And it really knocked me back because I totally fell for it. But yeah, that's what it's like. He's very cunning. I've often said that if Loki's a trickster, Odin is the amped up version of the trickster. He's actually, I don't mean to insult Loki, but in his own way, Odin can be a little bit more cunning, certainly more ruthless when it comes to something he wants. He'll come at you and he'll totally blindside you because you'll absolutely fall for whatever he's doing. Remember, he's a really powerful magician, so for him to shapeshift and for him to look like he has like two totally normal eyes, that's like child's play for Loki. Yeah, Loki, Odin. I like start getting the two confused at some point. But yeah, they like to do that with me too. Sometimes Loki will show up in Odin, sometimes Odin will show up in Loki, and it's like, why? Why? But they like having fun with me. Okay, if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe. I'm not mad at him or anything. I did say I'm going to kill you when I figured it out. Just, I'll like, go ahead and try. He's actually got earned some rewards for his manications, and yeah, I'm actually pleased he did it, because I know there's a lesson in there, and there were things he wanted to teach me that I clearly wouldn't learn from, Odin the Wanderer, or Odin, God of the Gallows, or something like that, or any of his other aspects. So, yeah, if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.